Hi guys, it's Angie with Fun Endeavors Tie-Dye Lab. Today I'm making a Hemostat Mandala. My shirt was washed and dried, soaked in a soda ash solution for at least 20 to 30 minutes. I wrung it out in my Panda spin dryer so it's just barely damp. I also have it turned inside out. And this shirt is a V-neck shirt. So I folded my shirt in half and made a mark down at the middle of the bottom of my shirt. Just grabbed the V portion of the V-neck and that mark at the bottom, lifted it off the table and shook it a little bit to isolate the front of my shirt. Then I'm going to fold it in half again just to kind of see where the middle is because I want to begin my mandala a little above the middle of my shirt. So I'm putting a mark where I'd like to begin my mandala, folding the top of my shirt down and the bottom of my shirt up while my finger is on that mark. Then I'm going to pinch this seam, lift my shirt up off of the table, and fold it in half. I'm making sure to keep all of my seams lined up really well. Then I'm going to fold each side back one more time. So the side that is facing me has several different folds on it, and the side that's facing away only has two. Again, I'm going to make sure I have my seams lined up really well. As I mentioned earlier, I'm using hemostats for this one. And I've taken hemostats that are various sizes and used some heat shrink tubing on the teeth of them so that they won't damage my shirt. I have both curved and straight hemostats. So the first hemostat I'm going to put on is a curved one. I'm just picking an area down at the end of my shirt. Going to put a hemostat on there. Then I'm going to use another curved hemostat and put it on my shirt too down toward the end. From here, I'm just going to continue alternating and adding hemostats to each side of my shirt. I'm finding the top of my shirt and I'm going to put a mark there just so that I make sure I don't try to extend my hemostats beyond that middle V on my shirt. I had a little excess heat shrink tubing that was hanging over the ends of these hemostats, so I went ahead and cut that off because I couldn't get it adjusted properly on my shirt. For the rest of my shirt, I'm going to spread it out just a little bit so that I can scrunch it up. I'm going to hold these folds in place with some rubber bands. So to begin, I'm going to put the colors that I'm going to use for the mandala portion down in some very small needle tip bottles. That way I have a little bit more control over where my dye goes. The colors that I'm going to use for the mandala area are Red Violet from Dharma Trading Company, Royal Blue from Custom Colors, Fuchsia from Grateful Dyes, and Midnight Blue from Dharma Trading Company. I'm going to put all of these colors down in small needle tip bottles. I'll put a link in the description below for the bottles if you're interested. I'm using the red violet down on the very end piece of the mandala, followed by royal blue, and then fuchsia. I'm going to continue to alternate these colors in all the spaces for the mandala. Then I'm going to put a very thin line of the midnight blue right next to each side of the hemostats. Now I'm going to turn my design over and apply the same colors to the same areas on the back side. For the scrunch portion of the shirt, I'm just going to use up a bunch of red colors that I have left over. I'm using light red from Dharma Trading Company, jungle red and fire red from Dharma Trading Company, and Spanish carmine from Custom Colors. I'm just basically going to dump these on randomly on the rest of the shirt. Some of these red colors are getting kind of old, so I totally expect them to be a little bit more muted, which is fine. I'm okay with that. But this first color that I put on, this light red, it's got a really weird consistency to it. It's almost like it's thick or something. So I'm not quite sure what happened to it. I'm going to turn the shirt back over and add the red to the other scrunch portion. For most of these colors, I actually just take the top off and go ahead and pour them on. There's literally just a little bit of each color left in these bottles. Since some of these colors are kind of weird and they're a little bit thicker because they're getting old, I decided to just do something totally different. I grabbed a few pieces of my silicone cake molding and made a very small little barrier around this scrunch portion of my shirt. Then I used some clothespins to hold it all in place. And I grabbed some ice and just put it on the scrunch area of my shirt. Like I mentioned earlier, I don't care if this is a little bit more muted, the colors in this area. I think it'd look kind of neat to do that. Then I'm going to take the small needle tip bottle that I have, and I'm going to just put the rest of the midnight blue that I have right over the top of this ice. After about 24 hours, I came back and rinsed out my shirt, and this is what it looks like. I like how adding the ice to the scrunch portion gave it more of a watercolor look. If you guys are enjoying watching my videos, I sure would appreciate it if you'd hit the big red subscribe button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great day.